Hello everyone, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I'm Kishore and today I'm here to solve a classic Sudoku created by Boom. The Sudoku has been taken from the CTC Discord server and the link to solve is given in the description of the video. Please do give it a try and come back and watch the video. This is a live solve and I had noticed a comment by the author which seemed to suggest that there is a trick to solve this and which the pros are expected to find quickly. Well, I don't consider myself a pro, but I was curious because as to what the trick could be. So let's see if I could find this trick. The rules are normal classic rules. Each row, each column, and 3 by 3 box in the grid will have digits 1 to 9, no repetitions, standard classic rules. So having said that, I'll start the Sudoku now. There is a 5 in row 5 and 6, so that gives me a corner of 5s here. Okay, 5 in column 3 and 5 in row 2, so I can mark 5s here. And that gives 5 in one of these two cells in row 1. Okay, something interesting I'm seeing. 5 cannot be in column 7 and 5 cannot be in column 3. So these three cells are eliminated for 5, which means 5 in row 9 must go into these three cells, but 5 cannot be here. So 5 goes in one of these two cells. Okay, I don't think we can. It's wise to make pencil marking of 5s here because we have 4 possible options. So let's move to a different digit and maybe 2. 2 is in row 1 and row 3. So that gives a 2 here and instantly I can get my first digit. So 2 goes here, which means I get my 2's in here. 2 cannot be in row 9, 2 cannot be in column 6. So 2 goes in one of these two cells. Okay, 2 has 3 options in box 9. So not going to mark those. And many options in box 6 too. So let's just stop right there. Look for a different digit now. Maybe 4s. There are 2 given 4s in the grid. 4 in column 4 and 4 in row 1. So that gives me a 4 in one of these two cells. 4 is not in row 7. 4 is not in column 8. So 4 goes in one of these two cells. And 4 has 3 options here. Multiple options here. Okay. So let's look for a different digit now. 6 is in column 7, 6 is in row 2, so that gives me a 6 in one of these two cells, and that gives me a 6 in one of these three cells. Okay, I don't think it's necessary to mark it, we'll just remember that. The reason I'm going to mark now is 6 has 3 options because these two cells get reduced in values when we mark a 6 here, so let us just keep that for now. Oh, this can be resolved because I'm seeing a 6 here. This can't be a 6, so that gives a 6 here. And 6 in column 2 must go here. 6 in box 8 has 3 options. Box 5 has 3 options. Okay, let's look for a different digit. We have looked at 5s, we looked at 4s, we looked at 2s, we looked at 6s, maybe 3s now. But there are only 2 given 3s in the grid. I don't expect them to help much. So 3 is in row 3, 3 is in column 9. 3 goes here. 3 in box 1 goes here. And 3 in box 8 goes into one of these two cells. And that's about it. So we have looked at the 3s. Any more digits that can be useful to corner pencil mark? So 9 in column 7 and 9. So that gives me 9 in one of these two cells. And action with 9s is not much, it seems. Okay, if you look at the 8s, 8 gets into one of these two cells in row 7. Okay, 1 is in column 6 and 1 is in row 1. So 1 goes into one of these two cells. 1 in box 7 goes into one of these two cells. So box 9 has 3 options and rest of the boxes have many options. I think I've looked at all the givens, right? Oh, 7. 7 is in row 1 and 2. So 7 goes in one of these two cells. And 7 is in column 5 and 7 is in row 8. So 7 goes in one of these two cells. And the moment you make that, we have already locked a 5 in one of these two cells. Now a 7 also goes inside. So we can erase them, erase the corners and replace by center pencil mark. 5, 7. Nice. A hidden pair. And that gives me a 7 in these three cells. Okay. Okay, so it's time to start writing center candidates now. So we have made all the corners, I think, that would be essential to solve the Sudoku. Let's start by looking at row 9 because we just got a pair there. 2, 5, 7, 8, 3, 6. So remaining digits are 1, 4, 9. Look at this cell. Can't be 1 and 4. This would have to be a 9. And that gives a 1, 4 pair here. So we have got an extra 9 now. And that helping me? Not really. Let me look at box 8. 1, 4, 8, 9, 5 and 7. So I need 2, 3, 6. This would be 2, 6. This would be 3, 6. And that would be 2, 3 and 6. So looking at this column, because we got a 9 there, we have 2, 3, 7 in box 2 and 5, 8, 9 staring down at column 5. So these two cells must be 1, 4 and 6. But look at this cell. This has become a naked single now. It cannot be 5, 7, 8, 9. It cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4. So this can only be a 6. That's good. That is not a 6 anymore. So that is a 2, 3. And that gives me a 6 in one of these two cells, a pointing pair of 6. And that strikes off this 6, giving me a 6 here. Lovely solve path, guys. Really, I'm enjoying. Even if this doesn't contain any advanced trick, I'm already enjoying the solve path. And look at this cell. It can only be 1 or 4 as far as this column is concerned. Now, where do we look at? Maybe look at row 1. So look at these two cells. It cannot be 1, 6, 7 and 2, 3, 4. So both of these cells can only take the candidates 5, 8 and 9. And if I look at this cell, it cannot be 2, 4, 6, 1, 7 and 5 and 9. So this would be a 3, 8 and this would be 3, 8 and 9, right? I'm just writing candidates along row 1. Now, where do I go? Maybe look at column 2. We have 1, 2, 6, 7, 8 and 5 in box 4. So these two cells must be 3, 4 and 9. And this cell would be 4, 5, 9 because 3 is ruled out. And looking at row 5, look at this cell. It can only be 3 and 4. And look at this cell. This can only be 1 and 2 because you have 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 along row 5. And I'm going to go to box 3 now. 2, 4, 5, 6. And we have 3 in here, 7 in here and 9 in here. So this can only be 1 and 8. And look at this cell. It can't be 2, 4, 5, 6. It cannot be 7 or 8. So this can only be 1, 3 and 9, right? Yes, this can be 1, 3 and 9. So I'm just making pencil marks at this point. I'm unable to see anything. Look at these three cells. They can't be 3, 6, 9, and they can't be 1, 4. So these must be 2, 5, 7, 8. So breaking them down, we can just write these pencil marks. And 9 in row 8 and row 9. So that gives me 9 in one of these two cells. And now this cell is reduced in possibilities. So this can only be 3, 4 and 5. Can't be 1 and cannot be 9 and cannot be any of these uh, givens and place digit. Now if I look at these two cells, row 7, column 1 and column 3, I have 1, 4, 6, 2, 7, 8. So these would be 3, 5, 9 without the 5 here. It seems to be a tough Sudoku, there's no doubt about it, because it is not falling so fast. Maybe we would have made all the necessary pencil marks at this point, but it's difficult to see what could give us the continuation. Okay, let's make some more pencil marks in these two cells. This would be 1, 8 and 9, and this would be 4, 8 and 9. Oh, I missed this completely, guys. I'm sorry for this. Look at these givens. I mean, actually, they are not givens because we have placed 6 and 9 by ourselves. So you can notice that they are staring down at box 5. So they are kind of giving us a quad. Not kind of, actually giving us a quad. 6, 7, 8, 9 are eliminated from these three cells. And in column 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are eliminated from these two cells. So which means we have exactly 4 cells left for 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can just make a pencil mark there, 6, 7, 8 and 9. That's nice. Not easy to see, especially when we are using some localized pencil marks or deductions. Sometimes we need to take a look back, go a step back, I mean. So now these two cells must be 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. And 6 is eliminated from row 4. So 6 goes in one of these two cells. So did it help really? Just made some pencil marks, but I don't think it really helped. Okay, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm seeing that these two cells are same as these two cells. But I don't see how that can be put into use. And similarly, these two cells will go into these two cells in column 5. It's easy to understand, right? Don't see them being useful. What is this cell? Can't be 2, 4, 5, 6, 3 and 9. So this would be 1, 7 and 8. Okay. So 1 in row 9 goes into one of these two cells, and 1 in row 5 goes into one of these three cells, there's something going on here. So if only one could be eliminated from here, I would have got an X swing. Okay, I'm seeing something here. Look at this cell. Can this be a 1? I was actually looking at these ones and these ones and trying to do something when I noticed this cell. If this is 1, where does the 1 go in row 9? 1 goes here, and 1 in row 5 goes into this cell. Now there is no space left for the 1 in box 2. Slightly difficult reduction, I will say. So this is not a 1, so this is 7 and 8. Okay, I was hoping that it would give us something, but it yielded us nothing except a pencil mark elimination. Let's make pencil marks in this cell 2, 4, 5, 6, 3 and 8. So this would be 1, 7 and 9. Could we eliminate more ones from the grid? I don't think so. So it clearly proves to me one thing, that I'm not a pro, because the author mentioned that the pros would find this quickly. So whatever is hidden, uh, I'm unable to find that. 3, 6, 1 and 7. So these three cells, look at this cell, it cannot be 1, 2, 6, 7, 3 and 5. So this would be 4, 8 and 9. Okay, let me just remove these colors now. They are kind of not helpful. So 1 in row 3 goes into these two cells. Okay, not much useful. So in column 7, I was noticing these pencil marks, they almost form a triplet, but that is being spoiled by this 2. We could remove the 2 from here, we could get, actually we could get a pair. So can this be a 2? Gives me a 3 here. So do we need to use some long range reductions here? Or something involved to set maybe? Okay, I'm seeing this cell which has only 3 options. Cannot be 6, 8, 9, cannot be 5, 2 or 3. So this could only be 1, 4 or 7. Again, useless reduction in this sea of pencil marks here. Look how many pencil marks we have made. It's time to go for the kill or be killed. I'm seeing 2 or 3 here. Whatever goes into this cell and this cell goes into these two cells, But what do we do with that? So I have 6, 7, 8, 9 here because 6 is in one of these two cells and 2 and 3 in this cell. So this would be 1, 4 and 5. This would be 1, 3, 4, 5. So I've started making now more than 3 candidates because the Sudoku is too hard. So 2 is going in one of these two cells in row 8. Is that giving me something here? So can I have a 2 here now? So if this is a 2, okay, I don't see anything there. 4. Okay, maybe it has to do something with these pairs. I'm not really sure, but I'm seeing something going on here. What could we do with these? Uh, so can this be a 4? The reason I'm asking this random question is if I was wondering if I could eliminate something like we did with the ones. So if you have a 4 here, let me just remove these colors. So if this is a 4, 4 goes in to this cell in row 9, and do we get much here? Okay, this is actually not giving us anything. So I'll just stop along that line of thinking. I'm sorry for this. I seem to be completely stuck here. I'm not sure what is the deduction. We have a 2, 3 here, a 3, 9 here. Do we have a wiving of sorts? 2, 3, 3, 6, 2, 3, 2, 6, 1, 2. Okay, doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, there's something going on, guys. Not sure. So 3 is in one of these two cells, and 3 is in one of these three cells. So just like we saw with the ones, 1 was in one of these two cells and 1 went into one of these three cells in row 5. But similar thing with the 3s, and even the 4s too, we are seeing something. So what could we deduce with that? So can this be a 3? So what happens if this is 3? The 3 in just like the symmetric cell to 1, right? So I'm assuming what happens if this is a 3. So the 3 in row 1 gets into this cell, which gives me a 3 into this cell in row 5. So all the greens are now 3s. Okay, beautiful, guys. In box 8, look at box 8 now. It can't contain a 3s. Awesome. Very, very tough one to see. And I'm not sure if this is the way to get this deduction or look at things, but really, really tough one, I would say. And the idea I obtained was from this cell. we did eliminated the 1 from here. So I was thinking what happens if this is a 3, because we just noticed something similar to the 1s. So if you have a 3 here, the 3 in row 1 goes here, 3 in row 5 goes here, and in box 8 there is no 3s. So I think this is the most elegant way I would say to get this deduction, but not sure. So this is not a 3. That becomes a 9 now. And I hope that this breaks the Sudoku open. So this is 3, 5. So, okay. 3, 5, 2, 3. So 7 and 8 goes into these cells. So this cannot be 4. So 3, 6, 9, 4, 7, 8. So this would be 1, 2, 5. And this is not 9. This is not 9. Okay, you have a 3, 8 pair now. That's gorgeous. So that is not 8 now. So this becomes 5, 9. There is no 9 here. Awesome. So we get a 1, 8 pair in row 2. Beautiful, guys. Superb. So that gives me a 4 here, a 1 here, 8 here, 1 here. These two cells are not 1 now. And I can remove 1 from column 9. So this is not 1. This is not 1. And if I ask myself where does the 8 go in column 9, it is only one option. 8 goes here. So that's not 8. That's a 2, 7. This would be 4, 5, 7 in column 9. And look at row 2. It's almost finished. This is a 3, 9. And I have 1 here. So these two cells are not 1. They become 2, 3, 4. So 1 goes here. That's not 1. That's 2, 3, 4. This is not 1. And 8 here removes the 8 from these two cells. Okay, let me remove these corner pencil marks. Okay, I have 7 in one of these two cells in column 9. So 6, 7, 8, 9 and 4 and 5. So this cell must be 1, 2 and 3. And in row 3 we have 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. So this must be 4, 5, 8 and 9. So what am I missing here? The Sudoku was progressing well. Suddenly it seems to have hit a roadblock. Okay, 4 in column 5 must go in one of these two cells, which means this cell is not a 4. So that's a 3 and that gives me a 2, 4 pair. And that is not 3 anymore. These become 2, 4 pair, giving me a 3 here, a 6 here, a 2 here, and 6 in box 5. Only one option, 6 goes here, so that becomes 7, 8, 9. And let me remove these corners. And 3 here gives me a 5 in this cell. That resolves this cell, becomes a 2, 7 pair. So this is not 2, that's 1, 5. And 5 can be removed from these cells in row 8. 5 is not here. And that gives me a 5 here in column 2. 5 must go here. So 9 in column 2 must be in these two cells. Okay, still it seems to continue on, right? I mean, it has not become very easy yet. I could actually use extended uniqueness here just for fun, you know. If I'm not able to find anything, I'll probably use this. Look at these 6 cells that I've highlighted. Now we know that any Sudoku which is created by a good author and from a reputed source will always have a unique solution. Now if this cell does not contain 8, let's say we remove the 8 from this cell. You have a 7, 9 pair here, you have a 5, 9 pair here, you have a 5, 7 pair here. You can never resolve this pair at the last, right? At the end, you can always swap these digits and get a different solution. So that will give you 2 solutions to the Sudoku, which means that this cell has to be an 8 in order for this Sudoku to be unique. So this is called a uniqueness concept, or rather an extended unique rectangle. so which you can use in competitions and instantly write that this would be 8. But let's see something else. Awesome. So I have seen that something else. In row 5 and row 9, 4 is going into exactly these two cells. So if in row 9, this is called an X swing. If in row 9, 4 goes into this cell, then row 5 takes this cell and 4 is removed from all of these cells, right? In the first scenario. These and these. 4 would be eliminated from all the green cells. So if in row 9, 4 goes into this cell, then 4 in row 5 goes into this cell, and in the second scenario 4 would be eliminated from all of these cells, right? Again, made the same mistake. These and these. So in both the cases, you will notice that if you have a 4 here, 4 goes into this cell and green cells will eliminate, will not be 4. And if you have a 4 here, still the green cells cannot be 4. And in column 3, 4 will be forced here and still green cells cannot be 4. So the green cells cannot be 4 in both the cases, right? So which means that I can remove 4 from this cell. This is not a 4. So that's 8. Or in simpler words, if you can see things sharply, if this is a 4, then in row 5 and row 9, 4 will be forced into both of these cells, which is not possible. So that is 8, which means this is 7, that is 9. Now this is 3, this is 8, this is 3, this is 9, that is 4. And things are moving quickly now. So that's 1 and 3. And I have a 1 here, 7 here. So this is 2. That's 7. That's a 4. That's a 2. Now this is resolved. So that is 4. That is 1. And this would be 3. This would be 5. This would be 4. And this is 3. This is 1. This becomes 4, 9 pair. And 1 in box 4 goes here. This would be 3 and 8. So 8 goes here. So you can see that 8 is eliminated from this cell. So what we saw earlier becomes true. So this has to be 8, which we could have placed much earlier. And 7 goes here in column 9. So that's a 5. And 7 goes here in box 5. That's a 9. That's 9. That's 5. That's 5. That's 7. 1 and 2. So 1 goes here. 2 goes here. 2 goes here, 4 goes here, 4 goes here, and 9 goes here. And with that, we have completed this amazing Sudoku created by Boom. So I've taken a little more than 30 minutes to complete this Sudoku, and I don't think that qualifies me as a pro. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching me solve this beautiful classic Sudoku. I really enjoyed solving this. For example, these deductions were really new to me. In these cells, row 7 column 3 and row 3 column 7. An excellent but very tough classic Sudoku, I would say. Please leave your thoughts under comments, like the video, and remember to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. We'll be back soon with the video. Bye bye.